Hello everybody, Dr. Dowell here. We're going to discuss PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. And guys, this is a really serious disease, mental health disease. It's horrible stuff. I'm telling you guys straight up, I could look you straight in the eye and tell you guys that I was diagnosed with this and I still live with it. And it's freaking horrible stuff, guys. Really bad stuff. So we're going to identify today whether you guys have it or whether you don't, and kind of give you a good idea. So anyways, guys, the first symptom you're going to have if you have PTSD is you guys are going to withdraw from the world, meaning you guys are not going to want to go to family functions. You're not going to want to hang out with friends. And your friends aren't going to understand. They're going to just think that you don't like them anymore. They're not going to understand unless they know about this disease, which I'm doing right now. I'm informing you guys of all the signs to look for to indicate to self-diagnose yourselves. So yeah, it's really horrible. I go through that spell all the time, and sometimes I wake up and I'm lack of motivation. I don't want to go see anybody. I don't want to hang out with anybody. I just want to hang out by myself because I know by hanging out with just me, that's safe. There's no trauma there. There's no traumatic anything. If you play it safe, you realize if you have PTSD, if you play it safe, then there's no putting yourself through any potential torture. And that's what people with PTSD typically do each and every day, when they wake up. So number one, y'all like dodge and avoid everybody on planet Earth. All right, so the next one is you keep reliving the same traumatic thing over and over and over again. So picture somebody rewinding a tape and playing it back all day long. See, people with PTSD, that's what they do. Whatever it is that traumatized them, and it could be more than one thing, or it could just be one thing, but in most cases it's more or just one. But it just rewinds in that person's brain all the time, and it just does horrible things to people. I mean, me being one of them, I've gone through it, and there isn't a day that I don't think about what traumatized me to begin with in the first place, which, there's a few things that I'd rather not discuss, but nevertheless, you guys get my point. It's horrible because it just doesn't go away. I mean, there's not even a pill that you could take, I don't think, to make it stop. It just keeps going and going and going. So PTSD, guys, is a pretty horrible mental health disease. So all right, on to the next one. All right, guys. So basically, somebody with PTSD, they get no sleep, hardly any sleep, like next to zero sleep. A lot of people with PTSD, they avoid it at all costs. You want to know why? Nightmares of, basically what PTSD, what it boils down to is trauma. And they're just terrified that, if they go to bed, they're going to have that horrible dream. And being that, most people with PTSD, they have overactive brains that have that rewind, fast forward that keeps going over and over and over again. And some people could say, well, you can control your way of thinking. You can control that, right? And the answer is no, you can't. If it was that simple, the mental health disease, PTSD, would not even exist. If it was that simple, if you could just snap a finger and make it go away, believe me, there isn't one person with this disease that doesn't wish that simply was the case, that you could just be like, oh, okay, off button. Okay, sweet. You know what I mean? So on to the next one. All right, guys. So this one kind of stumped me up a little bit, but it's definitely fact, is that people with PTSD, they have this lack of motivation. And because the mental health disease itself just absolutely drains you. Absolutely. I mean, your brain is a motor. and when it continually keeps running and fast forwarding and rewinding and doing all that crazy stuff, it's a horrible thing. So it drains you, and then so the disease in itself, um, it drains you to the point to where you have like zero motivation. And I think a little bit of like depression kind of runs with it as well, because it's depressing to tell your brain like, hey, I'm very motivated today. I want to do a million different things. I want to accomplish a million different things, and you can't. You literally can't. It's like you're paralyzed with this. You want to move, you want to do things, you want to be productive, you want to be successful, and so that part of PTSD, it be holding you down, and it's kind of like you're stuck. So anyways, guys, on to the next one. All right, guys. So the next one is generally people with PTSD. They're very angry, mad, pissed off, furious, for a variety of different reasons. Because so far, all the information I've given to you guys so far, I mean, honestly, guys, wouldn't that be annoying to you? I mean, if you guys didn't have this mental health disease, and then you had it, and it affected you the way that it does, of course it would. I think it would basically make anybody batshit crazy, right? To some degree, maybe not all the time, but it definitely plays its toll on you, and just absolutely drains you guys. So, all right. So the next one is memory loss. The reason for that is because typically people, when you got PTSD, you're, like I've been saying, like the whole rewind forward thing. What people do is they play it safe with this disease. They play it safe, and they play the avoidance game. They want to avoid anything that leads them back to that place, because their brain's never give them a break. So, it makes sense why they would feel that way and think that way, etc. So basically what they try to do is they try to block it out, like it never happened. They try to erase it in their brain and block it out. Does it work? No. But eventually, over a long period of time of having this disease, it does. And then it causes memory issues and problems as well. Then last, but certainly not least, basically, you're never at ease, ever. You're just, pretty much not all the time, but you're just always at war with your brain, and et cetera, et cetera. It's really just horrible, bad stuff, guys. And, it causes like emotional reactions and irritability, and, physical reactions as well. It really makes people angry. People who have this are typically very, very angry people, until they start to be medicated for it. And then I think from there, I don't know, I never went that route, but I hear that, that it does help a great deal, and it does ease the symptoms and all of that. But, typically most people with PTSD, it's a lifelong disease, mental health disease. In some cases, some people can beat it, and I applaud those people but in most cases, it's just one of those things that there's so many people in this world, they're on SSI because of this one in particular mental health disease, because it's just really horrible, bad stuff, guys. So if you guys have watched this whole entire video, and you have at least 5 of these symptoms, you have PTSD. And what you need to do, guys, you need to go to your closest mental health provider and schedule an appointment right away. This isn't a mental health disease you want to just brush off and pretend like you don't have it, because it does get worse. It's never going to get better untreated. And and if that be the case, and you guys do, for all you people who have self-diagnosed yourself as maybe possibly having it. Wow, guys, I'm sorry. Yeah, definitely get help, get better. And God bless each and every one of you guys. Thank you guys for watching my video. And I'll catch you at the next video. All right. See you then. Dr. Dowell, signing out. All right, guys. Before I let you go, I have some important information I just want you guys to glance at real quick. And so here it is. Check it out. So, yep, guys, trauma absolutely does change you. But when you're all the way down to the ground, there's only one way to look, and that's up. And I have faith in each and every one of you guys that you guys are going to do great. You're going to be wonderful. Even if you got the mental health disease, guess what? Just keep fighting, and eventually it'll get ease up, get a little bit better. Sincerely, God bless each and every one of you guys. And I really do appreciate all you guys' love and support of my page. And I'll catch you in the next clip. Dr. Dowell, signing out.